Love, light, and peace. I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. Love, light, peace, and abundance, everybody. Oh my God, it feels like forever. Oh, wait, there we go. Love, light, peace, and abundance, everybody. It literally feels like forever since a video here on YouTube. And before we even get started, my internet, I don't know what's going on, but it's acting kind of strange. So hopefully it doesn't buffer too bad. It doesn't come across too crazy. I never know how to get my angle. Okay, maybe that's it. So yeah, I'm here. I'm back. Goddess Robin. I will you all are doing great. I will everything is high vibrational. I will that progress and growth is taking place. Um, as my title says, I have updates. There's a lot going on. I've been wanting to do a video for some days now. However, I have so many other projects going on. I had to find space to where my energy would be authentic in creating the video. Um, however, for one, I'm not sure I'm going to pull any cards. I'm being called to simply be the channel and share whatever comes through, um, and intertwined with what I'm experiencing in my reality to support or bear witness to whatever the ideas are. So I think that's what I'll be doing. However, when and if I am moved to pull cards for us, I most certainly will do so. Um, so yes, so several updates. I am officially out of hibernation mode. I was slowly, step by step coming out of hibernation mode. I feel like the light. Let's see. I was slowly but surely. Hold on. It's 20 on my end. Okay. I was slowly but surely coming out of hibernation mode. However, I was finding myself peeking back in, like peeking out and then going back in. I had become very comfortable in the energy, the frequency that I created in my hibernation. And I had to assimilate into other energies slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. So that's what I did. Excuse me. I feel like there's something in my eye. So yes, I had to assimilate. So I am now officially out of hibernation mode, working on different projects, putting myself out there to reintroduce myself to the world. You all over here have pretty much been seeing me go through the process. If you've been keeping up with the videos that I did post when I posted them. However, now I'm presenting to the world a completed idea. Um, Let me see, which direction do I want to go in? All right, well, speaking about hibernation, while in hibernation, I was doing a lot of deep diving, a lot of healing, a lot of ideas were being revealed to me concerning myself and the things that I had accepted and taken on in this earthly experience that was not in resonance with my entity, my spirit, my soul, the essence of who I am and the purpose of why I came. So I went through the process of identifying that and releasing that, transmuting that energy into something that would be productive and high vibrational. And in the process of that, I was able to birth a creation to present to others to be able to assist and support them along their journey. If you've been tuning in to Shine Your Light 777 since the beginning, then you would remember that originally the whole idea of Shine Your Light was to assist the world to see, to live in the purpose and why you came here. I even have an episode called Purpose, Passion, and Pursuit, that was giving steps and keys and insight on how to actually navigate and achieve or start the process of identifying your purpose. Since that time, I've evolved quite a bit. And I was able to create a guide that is a combination, a compilation of different tools that I utilize on my own personal journey that help serve me to navigate and get to the place of where I am, to know who I am, and to know my rightful place, and living out my purpose in the Most High's plan. Um, and that book was released in October to the masses. So I am now officially an author. And I'm so proud to have come out of hibernation with offerings, with gifts for others to be able to assist and support you all along your journey. So if it resonates with you, by all means, tap in and check that out. It is a book that you download. It's a downloadable book. And I also have 3 videos you'll receive with your purchase. One is a thank you introduction video. Another is a sound healing video. And the last is a recording, a voice recording, where I speak on different principles and ideas and ground them that are in the book. However, I didn't speak so much to specifics that are in the book because I didn't want to be redundant. I wanted you to get your the well-rounded experience. So I spoke in terms of different ideas and experiences that cause it to be tangible. So there's that. Also, I launched a website, and on the website you can tap in to get the book. However, on my website, I opened my books up for services again. So again, if you've been here from the beginning, then you may remember that there was a time I started my business where I was offering energy healing sessions. And I have since then been able to cultivate 3 different services at this time to be able to further assist you and support you and hold space and serve as a guide or simply just a sounding board, whatever it is that you feel your spirit needs. I am capable, willing, and able to fulfill that, to serve you on your spiritual journey. And I'm excited for your feedback because, again, this is another idea that was presented out of love for my purpose to assist others and shine in their light. So the website is www.shineyourlight777.life, Life. Also, excuse me, I'm not sure if I mentioned in any of my other videos, another aspect that I am utilizing to assist poetry. So I've been writing and performing poetry all of 2023. I think I started in February. Was my first public appearance performing my poetry. And I actually have an event coming up this month, November 23rd. So if you find yourself in the DMV area or surrounding areas and you want to travel, the event is November 23rd. And I will have, I will respond to anybody that posts any inquiries about that. I won't put out unnecessary information because you may not even be interested. However, if you are, let me know in the comment section and I will share the information. However, the poetry has been something that has been a great tool for me to be able to document where I'm at along the journey, and as a reflective tool, because I write currently for things that I've previously experienced, and I also write for what I'm manifesting as well. So that has been great, a beautiful experience. I'm very appreciative for the Most High for the variety that I get to experience and express in my gift. And it bears witness to the multidimensional aspect of my being. And I'm ecstatic to be able to see it in real time, because it's something when you have a thought and you have all of these ideas and trying to understand how they all connect and interwoven, and do you have to choose one or two, or can you do all 5 and still live a balanced and fulfilled life? So I'm grateful to be at this place in my journey to where things are interweaving together and the puzzle pieces are locking in, and the picture is becoming clearer on how to fully live in, step into, and thrive in my purpose. Let me see another update. There was another thought that I wanted to share relating to that. However, if it's meant, it'll come back. So where do we go from here? Right. So I want to speak a little bit about the time that we're in. We are coming out of the new moon shadow period at this point, and we know the new moon has a lasting impact, right? So we just came out of the new moon in the sign of, no, in the constellation. How is it? Is it in the constellation? No, it's in the sign of, in the sign of Sagittarius during Scorpio season. That's how you say it. In the sign of Sagittarius during Scorpio season. And there is much that is taking place when we simply explore the idea of the new moon. The new moon is a time where you plant seeds, right? You're not able to see the fullness of the light of the moon. So this is a time where seeds are planted, intentions are set, where you review, and you reflect on, the past month, the past couple of months, and what it is that you would like to change. What experiences would you like to call into your reality, right? There's different practices that people utilize during the new moon time to solidify and actually securing, attracting those energies. And I'm not really one to say what should and should not be done because I feel like this process is very personal, right? However, I do think that it's important to expose people to different options because everybody has not been fluid and well versed in the knowledge of the spiritual practices that are available and what is even considered like an energetic or a spiritual practice that will bring benefit, to your intentions when you're manifesting. So I'll share some of the things that I did, and if it resonates, by all means utilize it, and if not, trust your own intuition on what resonates for you to do based upon what it is that you're looking to attract, manifest, or bring into your reality, or put the petition out to the universe, or the decree to the Most High. However, I did a variety of things. I work with all four of the elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. I work with all four of the elements. So I did, in fact, work with all four of the elements. And I took an Epsom salt bath to cleanse my energy, to ground me, to release anything that no longer served me, and allow room and space for what was needed to come to the surface. What else? I also meditated. I did meditation. I went out in nature. I did some physical, tangible grounding, as well as interacting with the nature spirits. I spoke with my spirit team, Most High, my higher self. I lit candles. I worked with crystals. I burned incense. I did all of the things that resonated with me to do. I didn't do any journaling. I've kind of, I go with the rhythm of what is required of me at this time, or at any given time, to maintain my balance and stay in alignment and in integrity with my core frequency. And right now, journaling is in my thoughts. However, it hasn't manifested into the physical. I have been keeping audio journals. So I did do some audio journaling in that way. But in terms of writing, because we know the power of writing, scripting, writing it out. So I've only been doing audio at this time. So I've been speaking it into existence instead of writing it into existence. And as a result of me doing those things, I've received quite a bit of downloads and updates and clarity. And perhaps I'll share some of them in this video. We'll see. However, that is the aspect of the new moon, right? And then Sagittarius is known as the teacher. in the zodiac. So in the symbol of the Sagittarius, they have the arrow. They're the arrow shooters, and the arrow represents knowledge, and they are the teachers. So that means that the new moon, and this new moon is the opportunity for us to be taught something, for us to learn something. And then when you incorporate Scorpio season, right? Scorpio season, Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio is reflective of transformation. It's a water sign. However, they operate as though they're a fire sign, meaning that they have some fireness about them. They have some, oomph about them. So, with Scorpio being about transformation, change, it can come in a way that has some fire to it, right? It can have some oomph, some oomph to it. So in this particular new moon, it was the opportunity to learn something in a fiery way, for lack of a better expression, a transformative. Something would be presented to either transform you or your environment, your space, or you will come into some knowledge and awareness that would be transforming. And it is a perfect time because we are also in the fall equinox. And in the fall, we experience harvest. This is where seeds that have been planted, you get to receive or experience the harvest of those seeds that was planted. And that is the space that we're in. So it also, this new moon set the stage for you to be able to identify or be able to clearly see signs of what harvests you've been tending to that are going to be reaped in the near future. And I can bear witness to that. I've had an opportunity be presented to me that definitely bears witness to what I've been being told. And it is my will, and I'm setting the intention that it lay the groundwork for everything that's coming, right? It be the door opener for everything else that's coming. That I've been manifesting, and I've been working, to create in my reality. And I think that's one of the ideas that I really want you all to receive and really tap into, is that we genuinely, truthfully, powerfully have the ability to co-create our reality. And I speak about that in my poetry. I feel like I've touched on that in my book. It is well within our right and our power to utilize the universal principles that govern creation, that we are a part of, that we come from the essence of the creator of it, to hand in hand co-create our reality. And part of this reality is being able to identify how being here on earth has affected us, and what is it that no longer serves us, excuse me, that we can release. I think about Erykah Badu's song Bag Lady. That principle is, traveling through life, we accumulate different energies, from the different experiences, different ways of thinking, different habits, different behaviors, different biases and judgments. And that's understandable, right? That comes along with the territory of being a spiritual being here on earth, having a physical experience. However, part of the process is being able to identify when those things no longer serve you and release them, and explore, pursue, accept, and express that which will serve you on this new level. So when I think about that song, Bag Lady, I think about it from a spiritual aspect, because many of us are weighed down as beings with spiritual baggage, which is why I offer the service of clearing your energy, right? A lot of times we're carrying things and we don't even realize it, and they're having an impact and effect on us, and we don't even realize it. So it's important that we have practices that cleanse our energy so that we can have a clean slate and no longer be affected by that energy that was weighing on us, the weight of the bags slowing us down, altering and affecting how we view life and how we view ourselves and how we view each other. So yes, this is an opportunity for us to release the old that no longer serves us and to embrace and pursue that which will serve us now. New opportunities are being presented. It's a time for new beginnings. It's a time for new beginnings. There are many relationships that are coming to a close because many relationships have gotten to a point where one individual that's pursuing growth and evolution has reached a point where they can go no further. So it's necessary, regardless of how painful it is, how distasteful it is, how confusing it could be, to release that energy. It may not necessarily have anything to do with the person. However, it's simply that the energy is no longer compatible. The frequencies that we operate on, it causes a discord. It's like a disturbance in the forest. And I also have a podcast where I speak directly to Black men. However, it's for any and everyone who desires to benefit from the principles I shared. And I spoke months ago about the necessity of getting your house in order and being able to, in and of your own self, identify where you are and where you're going, what your goals are, what your aspirations are, what your visions for the future are, and identifying some of the steps, at least to get started, to get there. And then I encourage the brothers to have a sit-down conversation with their woman, right? And it don't have to be in no formal way, but the idea was have a conversation with your other half about where you're at, what your goals are, what your visions are, what your dreams are, what you want to create, and allow them to give you feedback on if they see themselves a part of that vision. If they want to be a part of that vision, if they see themselves going in a different direction, and then you all can have an intelligent conversation about what you all future will look like together or separate. And it's amazing to see that idea was shared some months ago, and here we are in Scorpio season, and it is happening at rapid rates where relationships are concluding. Some on good terms and some on not so good terms. And I want to say the ones that are, and I'm not saying the ones that are on good terms are because the conversation happened, that I don't know. However, from my experience and people speaking with me, the ones that are taking place on not so good terms is because of a breakdown of communication. There's some relationships where conversations are being had, but it's like because the frequencies are two different frequencies, it's like two different languages are being spoken. So one person is doing everything within their power to be able to have the conversation to save the relationship. However, the other person's frequency is in such opposition because of the discordant energy that they're unable to process and receive what's being shared. So the conversation isn't as beneficial or fruitful as it could have been. There are others that are so comfortable in doing and operating according to what they want and what their desires are that they've lost track and sight of the oneness of being in a relationship. And they put themselves first so much that when the other person is speaking up about their willingness or their desire to leave or to conclude the journey together, the other person is perplexed. They're confused as to like what is going on and why would you want to end the relationship. So we're in a time where there are endings happening in relationships, as I just expressed. In your career, you might find that, the career that you've been in or the track that you were on, something has presented itself to disrupt the flow, or some new knowledge and information has been shared with you to cause you to see that you need to pivot and go in a different direction. And also with yourself, you may be receiving some more clarity and insight concerning you in the direction that would be best for you so that you can live in your authenticity. Excuse me. so that you can live in your authenticity and shine in your light. Wherever you find yourself on the journey, whatever aspect you are at, I encourage you to embrace whatever is taking place in your world. Do your best to align yourself with what's happening. You know, you could choose to resist. However, it will cause the experience to be more uncomfortable. It is much more beneficial to explore and be curious about what's happening, the why is happening, and what's in there for you. What if you knew that there was a jewel or a gift that was being presented from your spirit team, from your higher self, from the Most High? How would you go about retrieving it? Right? You'd have to listen, you'd have to explore, you'd have to look and, ask questions, be curious, right? Be an observer of what's taking place, while being open, heart-centered and open, and being present to receive what is available for you. And again, there also may be new beginnings, right? As well as, on one side is endings, but on the other side is new beginnings. So you may be coming into alignment with new opportunities, right? New people, who are in alignment with where you want to go or where you are, in terms of having the same vision, the same goal. You may come into alignment with new partnerships, whether they be for the long term or temporary, momentarily. Either way, there's something in the relationship for you that will help guide you, support you, nourish you into being the full expression of who you are. And I found myself to be in a place of experiencing a variety of things. However, all of it is leaning towards new beginnings. I don't necessarily have any endings taking place that I can identify right now, because of me coming out of hibernation mode. I didn't have much going on that required an ending, because I had already been doing the work prior to that. I already released friendships and relationships that no longer served me. I got reacquainted with my core frequency, and I stayed within my own energy field. I got with myself. I did my inner child work, my shadow work. I went through my integration period. Excuse me. So I don't have endings happening in the conscious sense or the physical sense. I do have some ending happening in the spiritual, from the standpoint of the elevation of understanding my purpose. So what I once thought, that's ending, because it's being added onto, is being evolved into something even greater. And I'm having a thought to share this. It came up earlier too, so I'm going to share it now. One of the elevations that I received is my purpose in aiding the divine masculine and the divine feminine to reunite. And I'm doing that in a myriad of ways, and all of the vessels and vehicles that I expressed. However, I have a clearer understanding of why that is and what that looks like. And it ties directly into another aspect of me being a heart activator, and me starting or being a part of a love revolution, right? When I got a little clearer some months ago on some things about my purpose and who I am, I understood that, okay, so what I'm doing, the way that I coined it in my mind was like, okay, so I'm starting a love revolution out here. Okay, one person at a time, copy that. However, I have an even greater understanding and appreciation for that particular responsibility and gift and assignment that I have. So again, you may be experiencing new beginnings as well. And then, being elevated in your understanding. So you're learning more, right? You're understanding at a more in-depth level why the things that happen in your life took place, and the bigger picture that they serve. And when it felt like the effect that it was having wasn't positive. In fact, it was doing exactly what it was designed to do on the timeline that you were in to get you where you were going. So yeah, I'm looking at the clock. It's about 30 minutes, and normally I would just keep talking. However, I kind of want to see what the algorithm does with a little shorter video, and um, if it gets more exposure. Because now I'm at the place where before, I was just, I did want people to find them and listen. So that's why I was putting them out in addition to responding to the intuition that was telling me to record them. And I'm grateful too, because I was able to look back on a few videos and years ago, right? And I'm like, wow, that is so timely for right now. Matter of fact, when I was in hibernation, when I was on the tail and I was coming out and I was writing a book, and I remembered the video, Purpose, Path, and Passion. And I remember thinking like, wow, I was talking about this years ago, and little did I know I was actually going to zero in on assisting people in finding their purpose and identifying their purpose and living in their purpose, their divine purpose. So yes, be assured that everything is happening in divine timing. Everything is happening for your highest good and the greatest good of all. And nothing is an accident or a coincidence or a mistake. Even in the most distasteful things that we experience, there's a divine reason behind it. And it's up to us to pursue understanding and knowing what it is. And I'm having the thought to read one of my poems before I conclude. Let's see. I'm looking for the specific one that speaks about. Am I overlooking it? Oh, this is it right here. I was overlooking it. All right, I don't have this one memorized because it's one of the, it's one of the newer pieces that I wrote. However, I am going to read it to you all, and then I'll conclude the video here. And I'm just going to end it once I'm done. So I'm letting my salutations now. If you would be so kind, and if it resonates with you, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If being assisted and supported on your spiritual journey is resonating with you, don't hesitate to reach out on my website, www.shineyourlight777.life, Life. I also have a free consultation. So if you're curious, if you have thoughts, questions, concerns, you want to see how I could be a benefit to you before you spend your money, I understand and I respect it. So I offer a free consultation for you to be able to do that. Take advantage. And I'm encouraging everybody to take advantage now while I have the time, because once life picks up and, everything starts coming in, my time is going to be very limited. So go ahead and jump in now. So yeah, the website. Yeah, so that's that. So thank you so much for your time and your attention. If you click off here because you don't like poetry, thank you for being present. I will that you receive something of benefit in this video. For those that are going to continue on, the title of this poem is called A Reflection of Me. In hibernation, I've taken a deep dive, revealing, healing from wounds and scars that remain unappealing. I released blockages, found clarity, and dared to dream. Through loneliness, through days of loneliness, I prioritized my self-esteem. I evolved to see a reality I could create. And with each step I took, the pressure would abate. I opened my eyes to the love that lived within me, allowing to be seen the divine that yearns to be free, born from the pain I've endured and lessons I've passed, from sacrifices made, seeds planted, and energy cast. I paved the way to my inner world where my child resides, giving her space to speak, feel, and open wide. I updated my program to reflect who I came to be, a vision ignited, fueled by the will of my heart's decree. I created space by releasing the baggage that weighed. I journeyed toward the self that I longed to upgrade. I forgave without words, understanding the why. Venture into the 5D to seek the answers hide. Asking why led me to a reality outside of this stride. The pressures of the world I no longer invite. I anchored my spirit in the etheric realm's grace. And now, with certainty, I found my rightful place. No longer giving away my freedom to simply be. Instead, I choose to dance in the rhythm, wild and free. I designed my plan step by step with trust in my team. Knowing I wouldn't falter, I was living the dream. I've come too far to doubt. Why would they steer me wrong? So I trusted and took steps, my spirit growing strong. Spreading my wings, I glimpse the horizon's embrace, where my dreams are birthed and come alive in this space. The dream is not yet complete. I still have jewels to give. Things unfolding by degrees as the old me healed to live, so the new me can emerge vibrant and filled with glee until the day I stand face to face with the reflection of me. Poem. Love, light, and peace, y'all.